webinar for the OneCoin concept. My name is Nigel Allen. I'll be your speaker and your host for this evening. It's really great to see so many new names on tonight. People from Norway, Sweden, Ireland, and Netherlands as well. Welcome to all of you. I just checked on the website just a couple of minutes ago. We had 38,494, so probably by the end of this evening, we'll have 39,000 people at least. We're putting on somewhere in the region of 1,000 to 2,000 people per day, and that's not just free signups, that's paid members, okay? So for those of you who are listening for the first time, this may be something that you don't even understand what I'm talking about, but it'll all become apparent very shortly. As I said, my name is Nigel Allen. I've been involved in this industry since 1985, so that's 29 years. And you'll see from my biography in a second, I've done all aspects of this business, from cosmetics and skincare to nutrition and diet products and telephone sale. You know, you name it, everything. But having said that, you know, the cryptocurrency concept was a new concept for me about 6 months ago. But once I understood it, I realized that this is the one concept that's going to change my life. And I hope for your sakes, it's going to change your life too. If you pay attention to what I tell you tonight and start sharing this message, I think everyone here can make an absolute fortune. You know, one of the things about my experience in this industry is that I see many people jump from one opportunity to another. You know, there's so many different opportunities around at the moment, all offering and promising, you know, wonderful things. But, you know, I see people make mistakes as well because they don't ask some serious questions. So when someone offers an opportunity to me, you know, this is my checklist. These are the kind of questions I ask before I join. Number one, I want to know, what is it? What is the concept? And in this case, what is OneCoin? But really, I also want to know who is behind it, who's running it, what's their experience, who's controlling the money. You know, are they qualified? Are they trustworthy? I also want to know, is it legal? You know, I don't want to get into trouble promoting anything. People coming to me and saying, you're responsible for why I lost money. I also want to know, is it real? Is this something that has a genuine, real market outside of the network? People don't have to join the network in order to actually benefit from the product or service. Then I want to know, how do I make money? What kind of business model is it? And as you see here, we actually offer two businesses in one. One that gives you income and cash flow, and the other gives you capital growth and capital gains. Also, is it simple? Can I do it? If it's not simple, it's not going to duplicate. I see so many network marketing companies who are, how shall I say, proud and boastful that they've got some really clever new compensation plan. But really, the thing is, if you have to spend a whole day training people on your compensation plan, that's a whole day they're not making money. You need something simple that anybody can do. And then I also want to know, what are my strategies? What do I want to get out of this in the next, say, 3, 4, 5 months? What about my 1 year to 2 year strategy? What about my exits? Now, that's a really good one. Exit, financial term, okay? Exits means, how do I get my money out? I see so many people, sadly, who get involved in different online games and money deals, and they say, oh, look at how much money I'm making. They show their back office, and I say, well, can you withdraw it? Can you spend it? And they kind of get embarrassed. Well, if you can't spend it, it's not real. There's the rule of thumb here, okay? So let's move on. So what is OneCoin? Well, it's a new type of cryptocurrency. Now, you're going to probably learn some new terminology this evening, but it's really dead simple. There's nothing complicated here. A cryptocurrency is a digitally created currency using cryptography, and that's advanced mathematical algorithms. So to put it in really simple layman's terms, it's a puzzle. It's a digital puzzle, and when we solve the puzzle, we get a coin. Okay, that's really all it is. It's a different way of solving problems, and when you solve the problems, you get rewarded with coins. Now, it's based upon the success of the very first cryptocurrency, which is called Bitcoin. Some of you are already familiar with that. Bitcoin started around 6 years ago, and I'm going to show you the history of it in a second. Now, for those of you who understand cryptocurrency, you need to know that OneCoin is not pre-mined. You know, the members, that's you guys here, are the ones who will create the market. You're going to mine the coins. That means you keep all the profits. See, even though we're called OneCoin Limited, actually we don't sell coins. You may be surprised to know the coins are a benefit that you get as a member. In fact, all our members join OneCoin. What they're purchasing is online education, which you'll see. OneCoin will be traded on a public exchange. Now, again, that's one way that you know the product is real, because if you can sell it to people outside of the network, then you've got a real product. And as you see, the plan is very simple and fair. Now, when I first came across this concept, I did not understand how you could have a mathematical equation or puzzle that had so many different solutions. You know, Bitcoins has 21 million coins or 21 million solutions. Our puzzle or our algorithm has actually 2.1 billion coins or solutions. And this was something I needed to get my head around. And now one of the first things you need to know about a cryptocurrency, about a genuine one, and remember there are many fakes, so you have to be careful. A genuine one will have a fixed number of outcomes or solutions or coins, okay? So as I say, our mathematical algorithm gives us 2.1 billion, Bitcoins gives them 21 million. Now, everything is controlled and governed by the mathematics, so it can't be changed once the mining starts. So we can't suddenly say, well, you know what, things are going really well. Instead of 2.1 billion, why don't we produce 5 billion coins? It doesn't work that way because it's based upon a mathematical algorithm. And here's an example of how you could do something like that. Let's suppose I wanted to create just 3 coins, a new cryptocurrency with only 3 coins. I'd come up with an algorithm or puzzle that asks a simple question that says, how do I make the number 5? Then what would happen is I would get my computer working on the solution. And the computer would come up with the first solution would be 3 plus 2. Okay, correct? I get a coin. That's one answer. The computer would then go and say, okay, here's another answer, 4 plus 1. Okay, correct. That's 2 answers. That's 2 coins. And the third answer would be 5 plus 0. So there are actually 3 answers or 3 coins that you could get from that mathematical algorithm. So in our case, we can create 2.1 billion. And it cannot create 2.2 billion. Just remember that. And that's one of the things that makes these cryptocurrencies have tremendous value and why Wall Street loves it. Because you cannot get inflation with cryptocurrency, okay? Because it's based upon fixed quantity. And you know what? You don't even have to be an economics major to understand this. It's supply and demand. If supply is fixed or supply is limited and demand is increasing, therefore value will increase, okay? It's just common sense. Here is the history of Bitcoin. Now, as you can see, it started 6 years ago in January 2009. Now, the first people who were mining the Bitcoins, and mining, by the way, is the industry term for simply using your computer to solve the algorithm or solve the puzzle, okay? So, mining the coins. And the very first ones were being mined and sold for 10 cents, that's US cents each. As you can see, for the first 2.5 years, really nothing much happened. Because really nobody knew about it. The only people who ever heard about it were computer geeks. People who thought it was a clever idea to mine this thing. Then, as you see here, it rose to $35. So from 10 cents to $35 is a 350-fold increase in 2.5 years. I don't know any other investment, whether it's gold, silver, stocks and shares, property, real estate, nothing that can rise 350 times in 2.5 years. But it didn't stop there. In fact, about a year ago, it rose to over $1,200 each. Now, what you can see here, look at the activity here from about this point onwards. This is when, you know, people started hearing about it. The media started talking about it. Investors and speculators jumped on board. And so what happened is it rose very, very sharply. And when it rises very sharp, it's always going to fall sharply because what happens, they start taking profits. But really, this became well known. At the moment, it's trading at around $300 to $350 each. Regardless, anyone who got in the first 4 years made an absolute fortune out of Bitcoin if they bought enough of them. Now, Bitcoin currently has mined about 50% or about 10 million coins. That means that the next coins are getting harder and harder to mine. You see, this is what happens with a cryptocurrency. In the beginning, you find a lot of coins very easily, and therefore the price of mining the coins or finding them is very, very low. As you successively find more and more coins or solutions, it gets harder and harder to find the rest of them, and the mining cost increases. Now, what does the mining cost mean? It means the cost of servers, the cost of electricity, the cost of everything, because you know these servers have to run 24/7. Okay, so it gets more expensive to mine it, therefore the price of the coin increases. This is a mathematical certainty. What we've added to this that nobody else has got is, because it's our own coin, our network marketing team that we're growing, which is growing exponentially, which is going to increase the mining, therefore increase the mining difficulty, and increase the price, and therefore profitability for everybody involved. Here's a simple illustration. You know what Bitcoin mining could have been like, say, 6 years ago. In fact, although that laptop's probably a little bit older than that. Oh, sorry, that computer. You know, you could mine one coin with one laptop in 1 hour. Now you need huge servers and server farms like this one here, running 24/7. It's taking the average Bitcoin miner and investor a year and a half to get their money back. I do not think Bitcoin is a particularly good investment now. It was, people have made fortunes, and it's still a solid product, but many people, the big money, the huge speculation and profitability, I think, is already over. OneCoin is the next big thing. That gives a story, a very true story. The first recorded offline Bitcoin transaction. In 2010, a man bought a pizza for 10,000 Bitcoins. Clearly, the pizza restaurant owner probably didn't know what the hell a Bitcoin was, so he said, okay, give me 10,000. Those Bitcoins now would be worth about 3 million. As you can see from the tagline here, because I need to change this slide, about 4 months ago it was 7 million, because Bitcoin has come down in price. Part of the reason it's come down in price, in value, is two things. As I say, the speculators took profits. And number two, because Bitcoin is anonymous, the people who got most excited about that were criminals who started buying and selling drugs on the internet and guns and so on. Therefore, the FBI has jumped in. They've confiscated a lot of Bitcoins from different people, and they're dumping them on the market, so hence the price is going down. And as you'll see, this is one reason you cannot have this problem with OneCoin, because our product is non-anonymous. By the way, I'm looking at the chat screen as we're talking here, as I'm talking here. We're talking, I see Hooper and John Barrett talking to each other. You say, Hooper, let's max out our legs in 3 months. I tell you something. Last month, at the last week of December, for a company that's only 4 months old, we're still in pre-launch, by the way, because we're mining the coin starting in 5 days' time. We had 50 people maxing out the plan. 50. Okay? Now, I've never known that in network marketing. You're going to max out your legs not in 12 months, you'll max them out in 3 to 4 months. You know why? Because this is growing faster than anything we've ever seen before. You're going to make more money easier than you've ever seen before. And I'm going to tell you this, Hooper, and anyone else who's listening. If you don't buy yourself more than one package and multiple positions, you're going to regret it in 4 months, because you'll find that you've maxed out your position and you don't have other positions to build. You're going to understand what I say about that in a few minutes. So why is OneCoin and what Bitcoin? Firstly, you need to understand we are not a clone of Bitcoin. We're not a copycat of Bitcoin. We actually have a more secure algorithm. You know, most of the companies out there are just copies of Bitcoin. And we have a smaller denomination, 2.1 billion coins versus 21 million. That means that, you know, it's unlikely to reach $1,200 a unit, which is fine, but there'll be many more of them in circulation. You know, when it reached $1,200, many people out of Bitcoin because they said, you know what, it's out of my league. I can't play in this game. One exchange is our outlet to the world. You know, Bitcoin actually sells on multiple exchanges, and part of the problem with this, because it's decentralized, is that it sells at different prices. That's huge. That's a huge problem for volatility. You know, when you're trying to create a worldwide global currency, you don't want something that's very, very volatile. So selling it at different prices all over the world is really not good. That won't happen here. We also have our own management team responsible for attracting the merchants and strategy and building the OneCoin brand. You know, we have already many merchants who want to use and accept the OneCoin, although you'll see that really it's not even necessary, because once you have your own MasterCard, debit card attached to your OneCoin account, you'll be able to spend them at any place in the world. OneCoin is mining pools or teams really from day one. So it doesn't mean if your next door neighbor, you know, if your next door neighbor's got a faster computer than you, he's got no advantage. So really this is quite egalitarian. Everyone gets the same opportunity here. OneCoin, as I said, uses KYC. That stands for Know Your Customer. This is banking procedure that's been in place since 2001 after 9/11, you know, with the Patriot Act. And basically means that every bank around the world has to check your credentials, see your passport or government ID before they'll open an account. We use the same kind of procedure here, so nobody can accuse anybody of money laundering. Different institutions and exchanges will be happy to use the OneCoin versus Bitcoin because they'll be able to trace it. And thirdly, and this is really important, nobody can steal your OneCoins. You know, there's been very important, well-known publicized stories about people losing Bitcoins because their wallets and online accounts got hacked. That can't happen here. Even if they hacked your account, our central database has a record of who owns which coins. So they can't spend them, they can't do anything with them. You can never lose your OneCoins. It's very, very good. And also, as I say here, OneCoin is also brand new. Okay, the time to make money in a cryptocurrency is in the beginning. Bitcoin is already quite a mature opportunity. So behind OneCoin, that's really a very important question. You know, there are some websites and some opportunities you see on the internet. They sound great, but then you can't even find out who the owners are. Well, we tell you. You know, the owner of our company is Dr. Ruja Ignatova. She's got actually a master's degree in law from Oxford, master's of economics from Constance in Germany, a PhD in law from Oxford and Constance. She's also one of the youngest partners ever in McKinsey & Company, the large management consultants specializing in corporate banking, private equity, asset management, and so on. So really, if you're going to get involved in a financial-based opportunity, who better to have her hands on the wheel, so to speak, than someone like Dr. Ruja with a solid background in law and finance and banking. In fact, as you can see from the next slide, she's worked also with major banks like Sberbank and Unicredit and Allianz, Raiffeisen, and also Deutsche Bank. But here's the thing I like here. She's been awarded Businesswoman of the Year, not once but twice. I was at the award ceremony last month in Sofia in Bulgaria. Now, I don't know any other network marketing company that's actually had its owner be awarded Business Person of the Year. And so, as you can see, Dr. Ruja has a massive reputation to protect. She cannot get involved in anything that's dodgy or a scam. So it gives you great peace of mind that someone as high profile as this is at the helm of OneCoin. She's also written books in German and Chinese. She's worked for other cryptocurrency companies. So she's really, and by the way, people sometimes say, well, is she for real? You know, here are her awards. There's a master's degree from Oxford University and so on. You know, so everything I'm telling you can be checked. We have nothing to hide here. And that's one of the things about cryptocurrency. You have to be transparent, otherwise no one will ever believe you. Here's the thing. She's got a book here in German on law and a book here in Chinese on finance. Okay, this is me. Sometimes say, well, who's Nigel Allen? What's his background? Well, I've been involved in network marketing since 1985, where I started with Herbalife. I built a huge organization with a company called Larome, which I was the first person to take it into air in Southern Ireland and built a huge team there. And I also launched a company in the UK called Lifestyles, and in my first month did $1 million in sales. I've created 3 different skincare lines, and I've also been guest speaker at different conventions and symposiums. And As you can see, I've also been a corporate with several network marketing companies from the USA, helping them expand their European operations. In fact, as you can see here, also Demi Moore, the actress, flew over to see me in Paris in 2008 to talk to me about creating a new skincare line for her. So that's my background. But really, here's the interesting thing. You could look at my background and say, well, this guy's been involved in, nutrition, perfume, cosmetics. What does he know about cryptocurrency? You know what? It doesn't matter. I didn't know anything about cryptocurrency 6 months ago. Maybe you don't know anything about it now. But you know what? Our skills are transferable. If you're involved in network marketing, you're doing the same thing. This is why I'm talking to you now. I understand team building. I understand training. I understand how to build large organizations. That's why we've now got over 38,000 people in 4 months in multiple countries around the world. I'm talking tonight from Thailand, which is where I live. So I understand international business, and that's why I'm doing this, and that's why I'm talking to you. I don't have to be the expert on banking and cryptocurrency. Why? Because Dr. Ruja is the expert. My expertise is network marketing. And so you don't have to worry about becoming an expert on cryptocurrency. You just need to know it's about network marketing. It's about building your team and building your relationship. The skills are the same as you've always done. What about the corporate structure? Okay, well, it's a Gibraltar company, which means it's an offshore, tax-efficient state on the tip of Spain. However, a lot of our operations and IT run in Sofia in Bulgaria, where we have a team of nearly 40 people. Actually, we have 2 different teams focused on the IT, one for mining, one for the network marketing and the website. Now, as I said to you earlier, our business is not selling coins. We don't sell coins. We're not a currency company. Actually, we're an education company. When people join our company, they buy one of 5 packages of education teaching them how to make money in cryptocurrency. And as you can see here, there's a letter here. In fact, I'll bring up the original because you can download this from your back office from a law firm in Germany, in Munich, talking about giving their legal opinion on the legality of cryptocurrency and OneCoin in particular. And here's the statement I like best. In our opinion, the OneCoin is a legitimate product limited to 2.1 billion. What they're really saying is, as a law firm, we've had the opportunity to check the source code and to check the algorithm of the cryptocurrency called OneCoin, and are able to ascertain that it's a legitimate cryptocurrency and exactly what the owner, Dr. Ruja, says it is. Now, as far as legality is concerned, you don't really need to look much further than Wall Street. The Wall Street Journal is talking about it. Cryptocurrency is traded on Wall Street. Why? Because it's hugely profitable. They love it, especially Bitcoin, because it's so volatile, grown so much in value. In fact, these 2 guys here, if you ever watch the movie The Social Network about Facebook, you'll see these twins here, the Winklevoss twins. They're the guys who sued Mark Zuckerberg for millions and won because they said he stole their idea. Now they're huge investors in Wall Street and they have their own Bitcoin trust. A blockchain is, how do I explain a blockchain? A blockchain is basically, with a cryptocurrency, it gives you all of the transactions, all the current coins being mined at any given time in real time. Website blockchain.info is very transparent for everything to do with Bitcoin. You can find out anything you need to know about Bitcoin on here. But it's giving you real-time stats on all of the mining and trading of Bitcoin. We'll have something similar in our back office from next week once we start mining the OneCoin. And again, this is too hard. Fake coins and pseudo and quasi coins out there. You need to be sensible and do your research and check that you're with a real coin. Otherwise, you don't have a long-term future in that business. One Academy, this is our activity, as I say, and who better to learn from than Dr. Ruja, someone with 2 master's degrees and a PhD. So she's put together this interactive training teaching you how to buy and sell and trade and make money from cryptocurrency. And you do so by buying one of the education packages between 100 and 5,000 euros. In addition to your education, you also get something called tokens. You get free tokens, okay? Now the tokens, you can think of those in terms of mining permits. And in other words, you can either use them to mine the OneCoin, which is here, using the tokens to buy slots for mining the OneCoin, or you can sell them to other members, you can trade them and cash out. Now someone's got a short-term attitude, short-term strategy, they'll cash out. They've got a longer-term attitude and strategy, they will mine the coins. Why? Because you can either sell them, as I say, or you keep them. Now here's the thing, your portfolio or your account will split. Every account will split one time. The one exception is the Tycoon Trader package, 5,000 euros, will split 2 times. Okay, very, very profitable. And if they split, or when it splits, then you use them to join the mining pools, because it will take 5 tokens to mine one coin. Now I'm going to give you some numbers here, and I want you, if you have I don't have a slide for this, I'll create one. If you have a piece of paper, maybe you should write this down, because this is how I present this to people when I meet them one-on-one, and you're going to find that this is very, very useful. Okay, so let's look at the Tycoon package. It costs you 5,000 euros. In that, you get 5,000 euros worth of education, but you also get 60,000 tokens. As a Tycoon, it will split, not once but twice. Now you could sell all 60,000 tokens at the starting price of 10 cents, euro cents, on our trading platform and get 6,000 euros. So you make more money than it costs you to buy your package, number one. Or you can wait for it to split, or wait for the price to rise of the tokens. In fact, the tokens rose to 20 cents, so you could have sold at 20 cents and made 12,000 euros. But at 20 cents, it split. And then it went back down to 11. So now, instead of 60,000, you have 120,000 euros. The next split, not euros, tokens. The next split, by the way, will happen probably in February. So your 120,000 tokens will become 240,000 tokens. So you're going to get rewarded now for showing some patience. You could have sold early and made a little money. I'm telling you, if you're smart, you hold on, show some patience, and you make big money. 240,000 tokens divided by 5, because I said, remember, it takes 5 tokens to mine one coin. You'll need 500 tokens to enter every mining pool. So 240,000 divided by 5 is 48,000 OneCoins. You could mine 48,000 OneCoins with 240,000 tokens. 48,000 OneCoins at a starting value here of 50 cents, half a euro, is a 24,000 euro portfolio. So we start today with a 5,000 euro Tycoon package. In 3 to 5 months, you will be able to have a 24,000 euro value. That's about 5 times your money. Should you sell then? Yeah, you can. Some people will. But if you're smart, in my opinion, you won't. Because you know what? That's the starting price, half a euro. Do you think it'll go to 1 euro? Yeah, I think so. In which case, you've doubled your money, 48,000. But what if it goes over the next 12 months to 2.50 euros or even 5 euros? Now, based upon our current growth figures of members and trajectory, 5 euros is actually very, very believable here. Okay, so between half a euro and 5 euros, that's a 10-fold increase. So if you had a 24,000 euro portfolio, say 4 months from now, that could be worth 250,000 euros a year from now. That's from a single 5,000 euro purchase, okay, for your Tycoon package. Now, if that didn't excite you, where could we be in 3 years' time? You could be looking at 2.4 million to 4.8 million euros in value in terms of your OneCoin holdings just for the single purchase of a Tycoon package and having the patience to hold on and let it split and split again and invest that in the mining. So I'm telling you, if you want to make big capital gains, this is the place to do it. This is our trading platform where you can trade your tokens, you can trade your OneCoins, and even your Aurum Gold coins. Something I haven't even mentioned, this is a free gift with purchase, Aurum Gold coins. As the split barometer goes up to 100%, the market splits and you double your tokens. Here's a slide talking about the different trading strategies, short, long-term, and balanced. Short is someone who just sells and cashes out quickly. Long-term, someone who holds for 12 to 24 months. And balanced is someone who does a bit, covers their initial investment, and rolls over the rest, all of which are still hugely profitable. How do we create members? Value. Okay, well, in the beginning, we give them speculation. You make money from speculation. You can also make money from value stories where basically people who buy and hold. They don't buy and sell, they buy and hold. Starting about a year from more will be the utility. Utility simply means how can you utilize it? How can you trade it? How can you spend it? Because you know what? If you can't spend it, it's not real. I keep telling people that. The utility actually validates the value store and the speculation. Sorry. To recap then, OneCoin is innovative, it's secure, it's real. It's not a copy of Bitcoin. Number two, it's mined by members. You keep all the profits. You will join a pool of miners from the beginning, so everyone has an equal opportunity. You don't need to buy huge computers. The real-time mining will be streamed live into your back office, and of course with all cryptocurrencies, in the beginning you have a low mining price and low difficulty, and that will increase over the time. Everybody who gets in now, in my opinion, is going to make money. I really think it's too hard not to. And it will be traded on a public exchange like Bitcoin, the leader, and Litecoin, which is number 3. Now I'm going to explain very quickly the bonus plan. I've told you and shown you how you can make money through capital gains, capital growth here. This is for the people who just want like a passive investment, okay? What about the network? Well, we've got a really simple network compensation plan, and I can show it to you in 5 minutes. That's how simple it is. Firstly, you need to understand these are our different packages. From starter to a tycoon trader, from 100 to 5,000 euros. Each one has a bonus value of BV, which is equal to the euros, it's 100% BV. Each one has free tokens. As you can see here, tycoon trader is the best return on investment, best value for money. Everyone also has free gold coins. I haven't even covered that, but I will very briefly. You get a free one card, which is a means of getting paid. Firstly, you have direct sales bonus. 10% of all sales you make. So if you sponsor me, I buy a tycoon package for 5,000 euros, you get 500 euros. Simple. Number 2, network bonus or binary bonus. That's 10%. We are a weak leg, non-qualifying binary. You get 10% of all the volume in your weaker leg without qualification. You don't have to put one on each side. You don't have to buy product every month or any of that nonsense. You can actually just get 10% of all your weak leg volume. That means also, you see, with it being non-qualifying, it means people will own multiple positions and multiple packages. Because you can't maintain multiple packages, you have to maintain every single one every month. So, and it's in your interest to have multiple packages because you will make multiple streams of income. Matching bonus, simplest matching bonus in the industry, based upon your package. So Tycoon gets 4 levels up to 25%. The qualification for this is only 2 sales, one on the left and one on the right of a trader package or higher. Trader's 500 euros. I'm going to show you some examples now, and the assumption I've made here is that people in your team are only making 100 euros a week in binary income, which is really very low in our business. Let's suppose you had a very simple organization. You find 2, help them find 2, help them find 2. You've got 30 people on a simple organization, each making 100 euros a week. You've got 620 euros just in matching bonus, okay? But frankly, this is below average. You know, in our industry, people sponsor between 2 and 3 people. So let's imagine you're slightly above average and you do 50 more work and teach them the same. You go out and find 3, help them find 3, and so on through 4 generations. look what that does to your matching bonus. You could be making 3,000 euros a week just in matching bonus. Now, this doesn't include any other area of income. Now, I've got to tell you this though. I do not think anyone on this call tonight is average. I think you're all leaders. Why? You wouldn't be involved in this business at this stage if you weren't a leader. This is what leaders do. Let me show you what leaders do. You're going to go out and find at least 5 people. Help them find 5 and build your... Now you may say, oh, my Nigel, that's going to take me 6 months. It might take me a year. So what? You're still going to make 18,000 euros a week just in matching bonus. This is excluding your profits from the OneCoin. This is excluding your binary. This is excluding your direct sales bonus. We already have some people maxing their positions just on the basis of matching bonus. And when I say maxing your positions, what does that mean? Well, with OneCoin, whatever package you have, let's suppose you have a tycoon package at 5,000 euros, you can earn up to 35,000 euros per week from that position with all areas of income, which is 7 times the cost of your package. Okay, so if you have a 100 euro package, you can make up to 700 euros a week. That's basically the way it goes. Okay, and absolutely, Hooper, you're absolutely right. You're easily going to hit this 35,000 a week. You know, we have people doing it who are making more money than they ever believed possible they've ever made in their life. You know, 4 weeks ago, I went to open our office in Hong Kong, and I had one guy there, a guy I've known a few years, been involved in a few opportunities, worked hard, never made much money. His first week, he made 4,000 euros. Okay, no, free accounts don't count. There's no volume in that, Tommy. Okay, free accounts are a waste of time. Okay, don't even focus on free accounts. They don't even get a position in the tree. They just get a newsletter. Okay, you need to go out and get paid members. That's where you make the money. Now, many people don't have 5,000 euros. I understand that. But start them at 500, start them at 100, whatever they can afford, because they're going to upgrade, because they're going to see there's more money in it for them. Just get them in and get them making profit. You know, everybody makes profit here. Doesn't matter what level they start at. By the way, the 10% direct sales bonus, you get the same 10% whether you've got a 100 euro package or whether you've got a 5,000 euro package. Same here with startup bonus. If you sell over 5,500 euros in your first month, your first 30 days, you make a further 10%, okay? So it doesn't matter what package you got. You could be making 20% on all your first month sales, okay? Now, if the money wasn't enough to get you excited, what about some other things? What about recognition? What about iPhones and MacBooks and Rolexes, okay? We're giving these away, and you have to build very simple organizations to get this. I mean, look at this, the Ruby position. To be Ruby, you just need 2 sapphires. You only need 10,000 points in your weaker leg and 40,000 total qualifying volume. You get a free iPhone 6. The top position here is 500,000 euros in Aurum gold coins in a bank account in your name in Dubai. Another free gift from the company, the One Life points. People say, what's One Life? Well, basically, I look on it like this. It's like air miles. You know, when you check into the airport and an airline, they ask for your air miles, your points, so they can add your points, you add your miles. They don't want to know what you're part of, whether it's Star Alliance or whatever. Same kind of thing. This is just a reward for joining. Everyone who joins after you anywhere in the world, even if they're not in your team, adds to your points. And you can trade these points in for holidays, luxury watches, and other rewards, okay? The gold bonus, I told you, everyone gets free gold coins. The Aurum is a partner company, okay? It's a cryptocurrency, but they back up every coin they mine with 1 milligram of pure gold in the vault in Dubai, and it has your name on it, okay? So all packages get free gold coins. In fact, let me show you how much. A tycoon trader gets 2,500 free gold coins in your name. That's 2,500 milligrams of pure gold in your name. Now, you can sell that, by the way, and you can sell that on our trading platform to other members if you don't want to keep it. People say, how do I get paid? Well, we've actually got 3 ways of getting paid, okay? Number 1, you can sign up for the MasterCard debit card. The form will be live in the next week or so. And you can sign up and you can withdraw your commissions anywhere in the world, okay, through any ATM. You can spend them. Also, you can have your money wired to any bank account in the world, wherever that is. And thirdly, and this is the one I prefer, you can actually use your online earnings account, your cash account, to generate and create gift certificates, gift codes, and sell them to new members coming in. Those new members will give you cash. That's a very quick way to get cash out of the system. Okay, so that's my presentation for you this evening, guys. It's a very simple presentation. There's really nothing to this. This is probably the most exciting opportunity I've seen in my life. In 5 days' time, we start mining the OneCoin in Hong Kong. If you're not there, you need to be there. Thank you, Hooper. I appreciate your support. And by the way, I do these calls several times a week. You know, my next one will be next Tuesday. I do one for the Asian market and one for the international market at different time zones. Right now it's 20 to 1 in the morning here in Bangkok. But so you need to use these calls, get as many people onto these calls as you can, and let's help you build your business, okay? That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you build your business. And the more you promote these calls, these webinars, get everyone on, we'll help you rock, okay? Hooper, I want to make you rock. I want to make you money. And that's the name of the game. All right? Thank you so much, everybody. Nice to speak to you tonight. We'll see you next week. Thank you and good night.